Hello, good morning, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please, if you haven't subscribed, could you please kindly click the red subscribe button. If you have subscribed, Gloria Chizio is saying thank you. I appreciate you. So this is my observation, feedbacks, and the little I know about how to use a course breaker, cleansing soap, or back to sender soap. Now I am doing this review with my own products. I want to tell us some common mistakes some persons make that spiritual things don't work for them. Now, this is the course breaker and back to sender soap. I get in thanksgiving to God Almighty, the creator that was not created. I give him all the glory, honor, and adoration. Now, some of the testimonies you see on the community, they actually, to the glory of God, use the course breaker and back to sender soap. Even the one I posted yesterday and today. Now, sometimes some people see these testimonies and maybe that is why they decide to purchase the soap, but they make some simple mistakes. Now, someone once asked me when she purchased the soap and used it for, I think, 7 days. She said, why is it not working for me? Is it not same soap I'm seeing other person's testimonies? Now, let me tell you something. Life itself is a risk. We all know. Life is a risk. When something bothers you, sometimes you don't look at, will it work for me or it will not work for me. Those that are testifying, if they didn't try it, we will not know if it worked for them or not. We will not have their testimonies today to the glory of God. Now, please, this is not me trying to market my soap. When I want to market my product, I make a complete video for it. But I've observed a lot of things that I think I need to make a video about it. And if maybe there is any need, I'll forward it to the person. Watch this, please. But if you still want to purchase this, my number will be in the comment section. Thank you. Come with me. Number one, you have to have a belief that it will work for you. I notice that some people buy these things with fear. You understand my point. Now, let me note something. I don't use animal blood in any way for my product. No, I don't use, even if it's rats, even if it's cockroach. There are some soap will require you to use maybe rats. When you go to the herb market, you understand what I'm talking about. You even see chameleon, you see frog, you see some of these things. These are used, people buy it for whatever spiritual work. I don't use any animal in my product. No, everything I use is natural, herbs, tree barks, and all that. That is number one first. Then you have to have the belief that I want to use this thing. I believe it will work for me. I have had some people, yes, that tell me before we contacted you, we pray about it and the Lord gave us a go ahead. I have had so many people tell me that. You understand? So if it is something you want to use, please pray about it. If you're cheap or you're getting a negative sign, don't purchase. Please don't buy. Don't buy. Pray about, learn to communicate about some things that has to do with you. Then number two, one thing I notice about, again, is someone told me Oh, okay, she's a student. She said, oh, I mixed she bought some Favor and Attraction products. She said, after the cleansing, my product comes with small cleansing. That one comes with cleansing soap. You will do for, say, 7 days. She said, after the one she's supposed to mix in her cream, she said, I mixed it and everyone is using the cream. You know, as students, you live in maybe off campus or whatever, and you people share things. Please, how is that going to work, if at all? Now, you are the one that has done cleansing before you start using the Favor products, not them. Tell me, everyone has their energies. You have cleansed yourself, mix what you need to mix in your cream, and you drop it for people to start touching, put their hand, take. How is that good for a spiritual product? It's never good. Then again, you don't use a spiritual product immediately after sex. No. You don't use a spiritual product immediately after meeting with your spouse. No, please. If you don't have an alligator pepper to cleanse yourself after sex, before touching or continuing with your spiritual product, please don't use it immediately. Wait for some time. And again, some persons buy this spiritual product for themselves, cleansing themselves, and they go back to go and meet with. Remember, sex is spiritual. Sex is powerful. Take it or leave it. There is a soul tie in sex, especially when it's not with your husband or your wife. So you don't use a spiritual product. I'm cleansing myself, then you go back to meet with someone else. You still collect back that energy from them. Sometimes those products will not work for you. That is why it's even advisable, if at all, you keep away from mating for 7 days or for the duration of the usage of the soap. Keep away from it. But if you cannot keep away, after mating, use 1 seed of alligator pepper. That is one of the reasons. I am not saying I'm encouraging. That is one of the reasons I add alligator pepper. Not for married people. I beg. Don't, before you people will say cheesy is encouraging everyone to go and mate and use. No. So that you use 1 seed of alligator pepper to cleanse yourself. Remember, it has to be an alligator pepper you open for prayer purpose by taking your hands to the back. Then go ahead and use your product. Now, some people make a mistake of after mating, maybe because they are using the soap at night. So immediately they are done mating, they're just going to carry their soap, use it as a means of cleansing the energy they have attracted. You have just spoiled that soap. Do the alligator pepper cleansing first. Or if you don't have alligator pepper, salt. Add salt in your bath water. Bath first before you now cleanse yourself. Then again, some make the mistake of using their sponge. The sponge they use every day. The sponge they use every day to cleanse. Use it for their cleansing soap or back to sender or cause breaker soap. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Now, this thing is you are letting out. You are letting out. And, okay, I know it's not easy to get sponge that will last the whole distance. Even this size of the soap, the sponge I give will not last. So either you buy another sponge if you want to use sponge. But I just discovered one way, which is how I use it. And before I started using it that way, I did some personal consultation myself to find out if it is right to do it that way. What do? I don't use sponge anymore for my cleansing soap. I don't use sponge anymore for my course breaker and back to sender soaps when I am using it personally. This is what I do. Remember, I have all the sponge in my disposal if I want to be using sponge, but I don't like it. This is what I do. I use my hand to take the soap and then prayerfully bath with it, speaking as I'm washing, and it's working perfectly for me. You can use your hands. You can use your hands instead of using your sponge that you use to bathe. Then there's this question of some people tell me how I wish I can be using it every night because of what maybe they see God is doing through the soap, so they just want to make it their permanent night soap. Yes, I do. It is my permanent night soap. I do. But don't make the mistake of, now if you want to bathe at night with your regular soap, Lord soap, Joy soap, all those soaps, right? If you want to bathe at night, you just go to your bedroom, take the soap and bathe, right? But if you are making the curse breaker and back to sender or cleansing soap your night soap, you don't use it that way, please. What do I mean by you don't use it that way? Normally, after 7 days, you can use it twice a week, twice a week, twice a week. I make it my daily soap, maybe because I have it in my disposal. I make it myself, so because I'm not buying it, so I've made it, you understand? But I understand for someone that brings her money to buy it, they may not want to use it night soap night because it will get finished fast, right? But for those that want to do it that way, when you want to bath with it as your night soap, you pray. Just the same way you are bathing with it if you're using it for just 7 days or twice a week. You pray. You coordinate yourself knowing that this is a spiritual soap. It's not lost soap. It's not your regular skin soap. You pray and bath with it meditatively. You understand? Bath with it meditatively. Bath with it meditatively. Another thing is, some people make the mistake of using this soap in their flow. I am not saying in their flow per se. Now, some people don't know. That is why before you start using it, calculate, check. When am I supposed to start my flow? Am I starting my flow in 5 days time? And I'm supposed to use it, let's say 7 days before, subsequently twice a week? Please don't gamble it. Just let the flow come and pass. You understand? Then some people may have started their flow already without knowing, and they'll just go and carry the soap and start betting. Maybe in the process of betting, they just realize that, oh, I've even started my flow about 3 hours ago without, when it's starting for the first few hours, it's not without rushing, you understand? It's not good. It's not good. Then after your flow, again, as a woman, wait for like 2 or 3 days before you continue. I understand that some persons have come to me asking me the question of what do we do? Sometimes as a woman in your flow, you are spiritually vulnerable. Yes, I understand. That is when, because they know you are not doing any spiritual work. But you can just get salt and add to your bath water. That one is okay, just to chip in. So if you are in your flow, please do not touch. Do not touch. Then again, if you are sharing with someone, even if it's your child, immediately you get it. Even if it's your husband, divide it if you want to. Give them their own and you keep your own. You understand? Before charging it. So everyone will charge it individually. Everyone will charge it individually. Another thing is that is to say, also, as a woman, you need to keep these things well. Maybe you are living with someone or with some people. They could be in their flow and they will touch it without knowing what it is meant for. You understand? They could just touch it without knowing and they drop it for you. You will not know that. You understand? So, when using the curse breaker, this is applicable to even if you prepare it yourself. I am speaking for my own product. But again, this can also help you, even if it's not my product, even if it's any other place, any other person you buy from. I think this point also will serve. But please, I am talking about my own product. You understand? So observe these little things in order not to spoil the efficacy of the spiritual products you're using. And when some persons are testifying to the glory of God, you begin to wonder, why is it not working for me? It could be because of these little mistakes you call nothing. Then some people will say, oh, okay, can I travel with it? Yes, if you're already on it and you want to travel, you can go with it if you wish, if you don't want to break the cycle. Then if you are using it, maybe you start using it and you realize that you're starting your flow in 2 days, you've used it for 3 days. Sometimes some people start all over again, which is not bad. You understand? Then some people continue from where they stop as long as they didn't touch it during their flow. But I would have loved and prefer starting all over. So just observe these little things and make amendments. Yes, then again, very important. People say or ask you, okay, I have noticed, I told some person, or I used to say it on this channel, that when I accepted that nature is a blessing from God and not a curse, when I accepted that God created these things for us to use for our own good, and I started doing them, it took me 4 months, if not more than, before I started seeing results. I didn't give up. I know of some persons that uses some of these natural things and it seems like it's not going to work, but at a point they realize that, see, these energies you're trying to let out took years. It's not months. Nobody is below 18 years. It took years for the energies to, evil arrow, whatever, to be accumulating. So you don't expect a just 7 days cleansing. One. For some people, it was bam. You know why? What you carry is different from what I carry. The energies I carry is different from the energy you carry. And I may be doing some cleansing. So when I use some of these things, it tends to work faster than someone that has never done these things, that is not cleansing themselves, don't know anything about these things, and you expect a magic. It's not magic. It doesn't work that way. Our energies are different. Our chi is different. So the time frame it works for another may not be the time frame it works for you. Then again, another thing I want you to know is, I have some people come to tell me, oh, when I started using it, I was having some attack and I stopped. Hey, oh my God. That is, I do, when I hear things like this, I don't know. You're having some attack. Did they kill you in the attack? Are you not the one saying this? So I don't know how to even put it. Let me ask you a simple question. When you are using your regular soap, Loss, Joy soap, your regular bar soap to bath, did you have attack? You didn't have attack. So ask yourself, why is it that when I start using some of these things, I was having some attack? Now, remember something. I don't want to say something. But why is it? That is to say, what you are doing is working. They will definitely attack you before they leave you if you don't stop. But that attack is coming because it is working. So they will make you to stop. So that whatever it is that you are trying to let out will continue. If something is not touching something, it will not react. You understand? It will not react. So having some attack is not the time for you to stop. You don't get minds. Spirituality is not for the faint-hearted at all. You go see attack. You go see attack. You go not say attack day. But at the end of the day, the creature that was not created will give us victory. That is why I will always tell you, don't leave God behind when you are doing these things. Align it with God. Align it with prayer. And your chi, so that even if the attacks are coming, God will always give you victory. You find yourself having victory. And once anything is being victorious in the spirit, it will manifest physically. It means it's working for you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Basically, I think some people, their products get contaminated by some people living with them. They say sometimes household enemies. I won't say more than this. So when you get your spiritual product, sometimes keep it very well. Don't leave it anyhow where everyone will just be touching it, especially if you're living with someone. So please observe these little points, and I tell you, by the grace of God, whatever spiritual product you're using, from whomever you're getting it from, it will work for you by God's grace. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. It's none other person but Gloria Cheesy. Oh, thank you.